Hello, welcome to another video. We're back on another Steam Deck video. Not Elden Ring, I know. It's gonna come back. I'm gonna talk about that at the end. But today I want to just talk about some of the best games that I kind of feel like would be good if you recently just get a Steam Deck. Mainly just games that I've tried or played or heard, from friends and whatnot that seem to do well on Steam Deck. They perform well, not too many big issues, and just the big openness of getting a Steam Deck, kind of how that can help, open your horizon for video gaming as, someone with a Steam Deck, I guess. Now, I think the number one thing to do with your Steam Deck, because chances are a lot of people that would get a Steam Deck probably already have a Steam account. They probably already have games on their Steam account, stuff like that. Mine is ballooned since I got my Steam Deck. Number one, just finally do it. Just play the game or games that is in your Steam library that you have consistently put off for any known reason. Everyone does this. Everyone has this. I know I have a couple. Number one, Red Dead Redemption 2. I've only ever heard amazing things about this game. And I just, for whatever reason, have always pushed it off and never played it. Second one is The Witcher 3. I know a meteor might hit my house right now because that's pure blasphemy. Those are two games that, the fact that I haven't played those hurts me. So that's mine. I'm sure most people have a game in their Steam library where they'll see it. They'll probably download it sometimes, be like, this is it, and then just not play it. 100%, whatever game it is, it's probably worth it. Finally, get over that hump. Play it. If you can play it on the Steam Deck, which I hope you can, definitely do it. It opens the variety for when to be able to do it if it is a bigger game kind of thing, like in my case. But that is for sure the best game kind of thing that you can do if you get a Steam Deck. Now, from here, it's, very open. It's definitely, based on you as a person, you as a gamer, what games you enjoy, stuff like that. I just want to kind of throw out big genres and then just kind of examples of games in that. And first one, something that for me that I've always had issues completing that the Steam Deck has helped with is the big open world RPG kind of games. The games that are over 30 hours is what I would say. A lot of those games, they get my interest, but then I just kind of seem like I peter out after not that long. I feel like stuff is filler, everything like that. And I don't think I'm the only person that's like that. And the fun thing with Steam is you can find a bunch of older, open world RPG games like Skyrim and stuff in that vein, the old Far Cry games, anything like that. And they're usually either cheaper or on sale. So it's a good way to get into the older RPGs if you missed them. And then a lot of the newer-ish RPGs, like a Red Dead Redemption 2, even though that's 7 years old now, which is crazy. Or something like Cyberpunk, games of that vein that are the bigger open world games that are kind of newer. They're on the Steam Deck. I think those games, the Steam Deck opens, at least for me, the ability to play them more and chip away at the games rather than feeling like I only have 3 days a week that I can stay up late at night and put hours into actually, progress in the games. Also, side note, Elden Ring. Go play it. It's verified on Steam Deck. I'm playing through it on Xbox because I already owned it on Xbox. It's amazing. It's gonna go down probably as probably the best game I've played. Just realistically, I mean, Modern Warfare 2 has always been that, but Elden Ring might pass that. So go play Elden Ring. Another little mini genre for Steam Decks that I think new people with a Steam Deck should kind of, look into more is old Valve games. They're almost always dirt cheap on Steam, and if they're not, they're going to go on sale to be dirt cheap. And that's the Portal series, that's Left 4 Dead series, the Half-Life series. Half-Life is a series that I completely missed as a kid. The age and everything, it just never fit with me because it was on PC, stuff like that. Those Valve games, they run perfectly well on the Steam Deck. They're really, highly regarded games. A lot of people think they're some of the best ever. They want Valve to make more games, and they kind of just don't. That's another mini genre that I would say definitely look into and, watch some trailers or gameplay of these games and see if there's something you would enjoy. They all run super well on the Steam Deck. And now two genres that I think kind of mesh kind of close together, and seems like they work amazing for me, at least in my eyes, on a portable Steam Deck would be roguelites, and that's something like Hades or Hades 2. You have other games like Brotato or whatever that is. I think it's Brotato. Seem to play super well on Steam Deck and on the go, everything like that. They're usually shorter runs, stuff like that, so it's not like you're investing a bunch of time. You could play a run or two runs if you just have like that little bit of time. So it seems to work really well with a Steam Deck, because the Steam Deck opens up that ability to just sit there and play for maybe 30 minutes and you get a lot out of it. And then another little mini genre of games would be like shoot 'em up roguelites, and that's like something I'd consider Vampire Survivors or Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. They're just, move your one analog stick. It's auto shooting kind of games. Also roguelites. They're also very quick, very fun. Just the repetitive kind of feeling of getting the dopamine through those games is always such a good time. And they're both really well made, in my opinion, at least. Like, I really enjoy Vampire Survivors as well as Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. But then you have the complete opposite of, the shorter kind of games, and that would be JRPGs. The games that are usually over 100 hours. I've talked about this many times. I have a video talking about JRPGs on the Steam Deck. There's many out there. They're really long, and I personally think that the Steam Deck, being able to play an hour at bedtime or whatever, however your situation is, makes it feel more manageable playing these really bigger, really longer games. And there are good JRPGs out there that don't necessarily feel like a drag for 20 hours of the 50-hour playthrough or something in that kind of situation. And lastly, two smaller kind of genres that I haven't played a lot of on my Steam Deck, but, they're there. There's games that you can play on that. Number one is Survivor games. I think they would do really well on the Steam Deck for very similar reasons of, like, you can just play for 20 minutes, 30 minutes and, chip away at your game, and that would be something like Valheim or Subnautica. I've never played Subnautica, but it looks really good with the exploration and everything like that. I know Valheim's really, a fun game as well. I imagine both run relatively well on a Steam Deck. So I think those would be also really fun and good games to try on your Steam Deck to kind of get into the survival game genre if you haven't already. They're very well polished. And the last one would be just looter shooters. And this is mainly just me kind of feeling the urge to get back into like a bit of a shooter game, but I don't want to get into like a Call of Duty or anything like that. Hilariously, a game that I'm like kind of looking at right now would be Tiny Tina's Wonderland. I know it had mixed, reviews at release. I think a lot of that was like performance and stuff. I don't know if the game's like seems really good right now or what. It looks interesting to me. It looks like dumb fun. It apparently it's verified on the Steam Deck. I feel like it probably will run really well. I know the other Borderland games are on Steam, and I'm pretty certain you can play them through Steam Deck. I'm sure you could. So the whole Borderlands series is there to potentially play if you're looking for a looter shooter. Another one that's kind of older now in some ways. I think the sequels newer. And that would be The Division and The Division 2. That's a much more serious environment, serious type of military shooter feeling rather than something like Borderlands. Borderlands has a lot of humor, everything like that. Very different, but both in the looter shooter genre, which I think also could really do well on the Steam Deck for you if you're looking to either get into that or play some of these games on the go. I'm not sure what the always online situation is for some of these. I think The Division might be some of the Borderlands might be as well. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you can play some of the Borderlands offline, but overall, those are just like examples of games that I think would be really good for a new Steam Deck owner to get into, to try. A lot of those genres, there's many, many more games that you could get into. Probably work super well. There's a lot of indie games, which also definitely try them out, support those creators. A lot of indie games that are really, really good on the Steam Deck. There's so many options. It's great. The Steam Deck can play so many more games than like you probably think of. There's the small few that you'll see that it might say not verified or not able to play kind of thing, which is always kind of a bummer. But I would wager most games can perform on the Steam Deck. But that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If there's any other games that you would recommend to new Steam Deck owners to try out, stuff like that, definitely comment it below. Help everyone out. The Steam Deck's great. I love it. I'm still having so much fun with it. I've had it for like 2 months now at this point. I still play it all the time. A little less now because I've been playing Elden Ring so much. Note on that, I'm hoping next week I finish the series. But if I do that, there will probably be extra uploads. So we'll see. If you see a video on like Tuesday and Thursday or something like that, don't be too alarmed. I'm very close to finish the base game and then getting into the DLC. I'm looking forward to it. I've had so much fun. But thank you for all the love and support in the series of me playing Elden Ring. I've had such a good time. But consider liking the video if you enjoyed. Consider subscribing. Helps the channel out a bunch. I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you have a great weekend. Peace out.